They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man on the left. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. We knew coming in that they wanted to push the ball down the field, and they waste no time getting at it.
And I love that, man. I love being aggressive early, setting a tone, sending a message to my team. Listen, we're going to attack down the field. You better be ready for it. This offense comes out, gets the big completion way down the middle of the field.
First carry of the season for this transfer. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And we kind of wondered coming into this game, did they want to run it up the middle? Do they want to run it near that big fella at defensive tackle? Because he's a grown man, makes plays all over the field. They try him early. I wonder if they'll keep trying it, because we haven't seen a lot of people week in and week out that has been able to block that big fella.
He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that 1st down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Throwing, Lewis. Showing the arm strength to the left. He's got it on the outside. He'll be stopped at the 6. All right, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch.
Well, this guy obviously spent a lot of time in the film room this week because he is dissecting this defense early in the game in the opening drive. Great job with his eyes, great job with his rhythm, an explosive play there. This defense does not have an answer for this dude.
Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll move the tight end. The offense changing the play. And he'll be shoved out of bounds right at the 4-yard line.
After getting stopped on that 2nd down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll move the wide receiver. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. They burned a couple early, now down to just 1 timeout to work with. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Lewis to throw for it on 4th. Fires into the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
And I think that's going to be a frustrating drive for this offense, man. You move the ball on your first possession right down the field. And you choose to be aggressive, and you choose to go for the touchdown, but now you get nothing out of this possession. The defense gets the stop. They get some momentum going in their favor.
They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Phillips. Pushes his way for a couple and gets it to the 7-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Using the quick game. Still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
They're backed up just a little. 1st and 10 from their own 19. The run inside. It's Phillips. Oh, it's a fumble. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Quickly complete. Shakes a man, and he might take off. That's his first catch of the season, and they believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Handoff for Frazier. Got a little grass. The 20. Touchdown, Georgia. Into the end zone with a breakaway score.
And it's the game-breaking speed you see right there. He takes it all the way to the house. It's that speed. That's the reason why a lot of people thought if he had declared for the NFL draft, he would have been playing on Sundays now. There's just not a lot of running backs in college football that can run like this guy.
And it's so nice to have that guy back. Like, to keep that guy on your roster, it's like recruiting the best player in the country, right? You got one of the best backs. To be able to keep that guy on your roster was the big offseason coup. Like, you mentioned the NFL can also transfer, can go make money elsewhere. To keep him on the roster, and he shows you why. This guy is the catalyst, one of the best in the country at his spot.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they tacked on the extra point. Sometimes you hope a return will give you good field position. Sometimes it puts a touchdown on the board like that 93-yarder just did. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And it's knocked away, incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On 4th down, looking to pass. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Running inside, it's Phillips. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it past the marker for a 1st down, and that's the way we will wrap up the 1st quarter. We've played 1, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the 1st period as we take a look at the stats. After that tight 1st quarter, this 2nd period ought to be a lot of fun. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Scanning the field, it's Stockton. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception!
And defensive backs you think don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Yeah, I beg to differ.
The Colorado offense comes out to go on the attack. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Takes the handoff. It's Young. They'll give him 3 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 7. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. He wants to go deep. It's a big stride inside the 10. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
Well, you got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I'm about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Start on the ground with Frazier. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Stockton. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Off the play fake. Might be looking to run. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
I know this guy is really athletic, but it's going to be hard to outrun a DB. It was a really nice job scrambling, trying to get what he could get on that 3rd down, but there's the DB in the open field. Nice job rallying to the quarterback, getting him down. Now it's the...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Finds a soft spot in the middle. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the 1st down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
And the Dogs with the 1st and 10. They'll run play action. Fires left. Got a man. It's Humphreys. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs.
Maybe some room here.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
To the air, it's Stockton. Working that left side now. Tackle is made at the 33. It's about a 5-yard pickup, and that'll be enough for a first down.
With you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. The quick out. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
Going to the run, it's Frazier. They'll give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking for a gap. It's Phillips. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Might as well stick with him. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive. Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback making adjustments. Motion from the wide receiver. Lewis. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. Looking for a deep man. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Buffaloes will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
The Dogs come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Here's a give to Frazier. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Right on the money. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Now from inside the red zone. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Makes a grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good to finish things off. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Perry. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Here's Lewis to throw. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, 2nd down coming.
No, and that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He wants to change this route. Wide receiver comes in motion. Lewis to throw. Lets it fly. Fires into a world of traffic and it's picked off. He'll try to take it back at the 30. Running inside the 20. And just an outstanding return. Takes it back to the 7-yard line.
And I love this defense being ready at the end of the half, playing the 2-minute situation beautifully, forcing the turnover here now, a chance to break this tie, get some points. Nice execution by this defense late in the first half.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He'll set up to throw. Looking for the goal line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll run with Nate Frazier. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs! The sure hand's in the end zone, and he has 6.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. He'll start the return inside his 5. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's begin with a look at Wake Forest versus the Akron Zips. And it's the Demon Deacons looking to bounce back from a Week 1 loss. They lead it here in the first half. We'll see how things progress.
Catches it inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Fires to the big fella. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Quickly to the tight end. Turning it on. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them, and they would go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Makes a man miss. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
You could see this defense. They are back on their heels right now. This offense very much in a groove, in a rhythm. They've got to find something to disrupt this. Right now, they're doing what they want, when they want, how they want. This defense got to answer the bell.
They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
This offense has put a pretty good drive together, man, like showing a little bit of balance, back-to-back plays, creating some chunks of yardage, and now really set up in a position to do well. 1st and goal, and the defense their heads spinning a little bit because mixing the run and pass really well on this drive.
Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. Trying to run, it's Frazier. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to slam in. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Good, tough, physical running, driving through the defense on his way for a touchdown. I just love the pad level this guy plays with. With his shoulders square to the line of scrimmage, he's just able to absorb contact and stay on his feet. Can't do it any better than that.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Buffs offense ready to begin this drive. So this 2nd half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Throwing, Lewis. Williams open on the right side. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And the Buffaloes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Lewis wants to pass. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the 2nd half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. 3rd down from the gun, Lewis. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Man, that is such great 3rd down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air again, Lewis. Going back to the well, another deep ball. He's got it down the field. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And the Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Young. He's stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves them with 2nd and 11. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wide receiver going in motion. Lewis. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. Could not make his way to the corner.
And that's really good defense. That's discipline, man. Understanding covering top to bottom, but not leaving the running back with a lot of space. They throw that football out to the flats. They break on it right now, give up absolutely no yardage. Nice job seeing it, breaking on it, and making the play.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Gets the back moving. Lewis to throw. Unloads to the wideout. There were serious revolutions on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time, that's what forced the incomplete.
They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on 4th down again.
Block 14. Block 14. Spider under. Spider under. Hey, move. Ready, go.
4th down, Lewis. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab, ready for the 1st down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Yeah, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
The Buffaloes go back to work after moving the chains through the air. From the red zone, it's Young. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Here's Lewis to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. They were trying to get the screen set up, but it just took a little too long to develop.
Yeah, and the quarterback's supposed to, invite those guys to run upfield on a screen pass, but they got to him so fast he couldn't get rid of the football, and they got the sack.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. Release to the back. And the misconnection on 3rd down.
Bend don't break by the defense, right? They've allowed a lot of big plays, but here in the red zone, great job in coverage on that 3rd down, and now the offense is in an interesting situation.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. Splits the uprights right down the middle. They cut into that lead. It's now 28-17.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
on the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Brings up second down.
We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So the final period starts with a second down play. Run inside. It's Phillips. And they're able to get him on the ground.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. Back to pass, it's Stockton. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the right. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
They'll give to Frazier. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Frazier again. Oh, they knock him free. Oh, and he's able to get back on top of it just in the nick of time.
What a lucky break for the running. I can't imagine.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The last two runs went headlong into a brick wall, now 3rd and 10. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Pocket breaking down. Grabs it in the middle. And that won't quite be enough for the first down as he's knocked down just short of the sticks.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
They've already converted once on fourth down on this drive. They are unafraid to make everywhere four-down territory. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He got enough, slides, and moves the sticks on fourth and short. And the Bulldogs are rolling down the field. Running inside, it's Phillips. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Shows him the stiff arm. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And you hear people talk about the 4-minute offense all the time in football. What does that mean? That means you're getting first downs, running the clock, and just right now physically dominating up front. Nice job by this offense.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Frazier. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Shakes off the defender. They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a first down.
This guy's been running hard all game long. In the fourth quarter now with that last run, he's now at 99 yards rushing. One more carry away from potentially reaching that 100-yard milestone that all running backs covet.
And the Dogs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They're down to the 25 on 1st and 10. Frazier again. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. They'll bring him down at the 14-yard line, and that return of the interception has this offense with spectacular field position.
You know, could that be the play that changes the momentum now in this game? Remember, they're down, and it seems like the opponent's got this game in hand, but because of that interception, could that be the play now that generates the momentum to give them a spark to maybe come back and steal this game?
Throwing, Lewis. He wants a big play here late. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
With the lead late in the game, this defense right now knows that the opponent's going to be throwing the football. They're doing a nice job mixing up their coverages, but also changing their personnel, sometimes putting extra DBs on the field. That time, deep shot, 2 guys go up, nobody comes down with it. The defense wins again.
Might be calling a hot route.
Sweep, sweep. Hey, move. Ready, go.
Lewis wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be 3rd down.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Fires downfield. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
And it's nice to play defense when you know it's a passing situation. They've got to throw the football. They don't have another option. You could tell they took advantage of that, played great D, broke on the football, and forced the INT and put one nail in the coffin.
Leaves it with the back. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
If they can pick up a yard here on 2nd down, that might put this one in the books. Run in the red zone, it's Frazier. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And that was a nice 2nd down run and setting up 3rd and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play.
He gets it past the sticks, and Georgia has a 1st down.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the 1st down, new set of downs, let's go.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Reads it, fires complete.
And you can see just how explosive this offense is. It doesn't matter what they do. Whether they're throwing the ball, whether they're running the ball, they've had some balance, but they can pick up yards in chunks. And you're seeing it happen. A really nice completion there. They ran it the play before, and now here they are knocking on the goal line again in the red zone. Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They're still firing away even with this lead. Touchdown Bulldogs! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And the extra point is good.
That makes the score Georgia 35, Colorado 17.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week, and for the first week, they get it done.
That great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season, but 1-0, that's where you wanted to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack,